Namaskar, and today is World Environment Day. It's the 5th of June, and like every year, I am taking a few initiatives to try and encourage all of you out there to be a little more mindful about how you treat the earth, our precious blue green planet, the blue marble, as one of the first photos from space showed it to be. It's hanging in the void of the universe, going around the sun in a spiral, and we are all that can keep it from collapsing onto itself. And you might think, why is it important? Why should I or why should you do anything to protect the environment and to save Earth? For starters, this is, like I said, our only home. And until we reach that space exploration and terraforming scientific capability in which we can make Mars livable, Earth is going to be the place where our future children, where I was going to say dynasties, and why not, where our dynasties are going to continue to live. Alright, so on this World Environment Day, I want to draw your attention to one of the majorly impacted ecosystems in the world, the Himalayas. I have had a soft spot for the Himalayas ever since I was a child because I spent my schooling years there at the awesome Max, the best school of all, Lawrence School, Sanar. And I think I was in class 9 or maybe even 8th that I was part of a delegation as part of a little group of students who went to Shimla to the minister's office. I don't remember exactly which minister it was, to sort of put together a proposal. We put together a proposal and we presented it to them about the importance of reducing wastage and how to segregate waste. I don't remember the exact details because that was a long time ago, more than I think close to 2 decades, more than 2 decades ago, because our batch is celebrating our 20th year this year at the Founders in October. Let's see what happens then. But circling back to the point of World Environment Day. So from that little school trip, which was also around World Environment Day, a little beyond it, because this was the usual time at which our summer holidays were about to begin. So I think, if I remember correctly, Kal Ho Na Ho, no, not Kal Ho Na Ho, some Shah Rukh Khan movie had released at that point of time. Kuch Hota Hai? I don't know, I'll have to check the years. But enough reminiscing, let me get to the point. The Himalayas are under a lot of stress because of course, our activities. And it might be part of a very long cycle in Earth's natural systems in which the ice ages, they come up, and then there is warming, and then the ice recedes back to the polar regions. But what this causes, and this is why I say that it's important for you to consider your impact as an individual and as a society, as a species on Earth. The next time you're complaining about it's getting too hot or it's getting too cold or the weather is changing, it's fluctuating, cyclones are happening, and more fiercer cyclones and storms and tsunamis and earthquakes. Earthquakes, of course, are not, they are not exactly impacted by our impact, but tsunamis and other surface phenomenon on the earth are truly impacted by human activity. And that is why we can take a few steps to just add it up. Like they say, oceans are made by drops of water, little drops of water, little grains of sand make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. So if we want to keep the ocean mighty and the land pleasant, then we might want to consider the impact that our actions have on Earth. So one of the ways to do that is zero impact travel, which is something we practiced when we went to Ladakh in April 2022. And it's a very simple thing. You just make sure that you have a polythene bag in which you keep all your trash, all your waste items, everything in your car or however you're traveling. Of course, you're not going there on foot. unless you're an ultra marathoner, high altitude ultra marathoner or a cyclist, in which case I'm sure you're already doing a lot to protect the planet and you're having a positive impact. So kudos. But for the rest of us, to make sure that we don't become the last of us, we need to basically just keep all our trash collected, not just throw things out of the window willy-nilly, not leave stuff when we get down from our car. Sometimes people will just discard a tissue thinking it's fine, it's paper, it's biodegradable, it'll just get into the soil and the water. But that's the danger, that's the damage that's going to build up. And the more tourism happens, it's good for the local economy, but in the long run, it's bad for the entire ecosystem. So especially when you go to the higher reaches of the Himalayas, please do zero impact travel, which means, first of all, keep your waste in one place, dispose of it properly in the places. Even if you stop at a city to have lunch, you can ask the restaurant where their dustbin is. And one of the best parts about ecotourism, which is what zero impact travel is all about, is that the locals themselves are very aware of the impact that ecotourism has on them, the positive impact it has on them, and that is why you can get their help in keeping your travel zero impact. All right. And Healing Himalayas is an organization I would like to mention, because Healing Himalayas are doing a great job of waste segregation, waste disposal, the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. They have very massive trash collection campaigns which are very nice. And you might have heard, or you might not have heard, about a thing called plogging, which is jogging while picking up plastic garbage and collecting it as you go. So you might even do plecking, which is trekking, but with the aim to collect especially the plastic waste and all sorts of plastic, all sorts of human waste that we tend to litter the Himalayas with. We did that when I went to Jalori Pass in Tirthan Valley. That was in 2017, I think. But see, this is what I'm saying. We were around a group of half a dozen, and yet we managed to collect, by the end of the plek, the plastic gathering trek, coming downhill towards Jibhi, towards Banjar. Banjar was the name of the town we were staying at. We managed to grab, 2 handfuls, 2 plastic bags in each of our hands worth of trash. And when we disposed that in a garbage place, I'm sure that the place that we had come from was a little nicer for everybody who went there later. So we want to leave a cleaner, greener earth for our future generations. We want to reduce the impact we are having on the Himalayas, especially because that is my personal favorite. You might do your best. People in Mumbai clean up the beaches. They do an awesome job of that as well. So kudos to everybody, not just Greta Thunberg and Leonardo DiCaprio and all sorts of Malala Yousafzai, although she is more of the peace category. But anyway, good job if you are doing something nice for the environment. But if you are thinking, why should I do it? Next time, don't blame. You have nobody to blame but yourself for the extreme weathers that you are facing. All right. Lastly, I would like to give a shout out to One Ladakh FC, One Ladakh Football Club. I recently became aware of them, and their website is still under development, but they have a very nice Twitter page going, and they have a very solid eco mindset, a very nice underlying stream in their actions, in their philosophy, which I would like to give a huge shout out to. So One Ladakh FC, awesome job, keep it up. And I am inspired by people like you, and I would love to take your ideas forward, propagate them, which is me, I guess, asking you for a collab. Doing the YouTube thing. So talking about YouTube things, make sure you smash that sub button for Awesome Acts Fun. Enjoy your World Environment Day. Try and reduce your impact a little bit. I don't say live life like an ascetic, but I say live life like a digital aware woke person, and I use woke in the most positive way possible. Do not take it as a sarcastic comment on any sort of lifestyle. Alright, so enough disclaimers, and I'm Axat. I'm trying to be an eco warrior as much as I can be, and I'm sure my little girl Advitya, who is peacefully asleep right now, will thank us as the older generation if we take a few steps to make the world a better place. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Namaste once again. Take care, stay safe, and happy World Environment Day.